fluid friction. We know that there are three forms of matter. First, solid. Example, ice. Second, liquid. Example, water. Third, gas. Example, water vapor. Now, let us see what are fluids. Fluids are substances that have no fixed shape and are able to flow. So we can call liquids and gases as fluids. Force of friction is exerted by all forms of matter. Frictional force exerted by liquids and gases is called fluid friction. Liquids and gases, however, exert lesser friction as compared to solid surfaces. The frictional force exerted by fluids is also called drag. Factors which affect fluid friction. First is the speed of the object. Fluid friction is directly proportional to the speed of the object that moves. That is, more speed, more friction. Less speed, less friction. For example, a speedboat will face more friction compared to paddle boat. Second is the shape of the object. If object is streamlined, means pointed from front, it faces less fluid friction. But if object is not streamlined, it faces more fluid friction. For example, a bus will face more friction compared to a car. Third is the size of the object. Larger the size of the object, more the fluid friction. Smaller the size, less the fluid friction. For example, a ship will face more friction compared to a boat. Fourth is the nature of fluid. If fluid is more viscous or thick, there will be more friction. If fluid is less viscous or thin, there will be less friction. For example, water is thicker than air, so there is more friction in water compared to air. That is why aeroplane moves faster than ships. Friction due to water. First, when a person swims in water, the water opposes his or her motion because water exerts a force of friction on the swimmer in a direction opposite to his/her motion. Second, the specific shape of a body or an object around which a fluid can flow, offering minimum friction, is called streamlined shape. In nature, the bodies of fishes are streamlined so that they experience least amount of friction in water. Third is the bodies of ships and boats are made streamlined so that they experience less friction while moving through water. Friction due to air. Air exerts the force of friction on all the objects that move through it and opposes their motion. But the friction of air is so small that we are not able to experience its effect easily. First, in nature, the bodies of birds are streamlined such that they experience least amount of friction in air. Second, The bodies of aeroplanes and bullet trains are made streamlined so that they experience less friction while moving through the air.